Very nice. Okay, now we want to learn about something called Substation Configuration Description Language, which is SCL. The idea is simple now that I am in my IED station, whether it is a PCU or a PCPU from different manufacturers such as Siemens, SCL, Alstom, ABB, GE, ZIB, and of course you have a lot of Rays, Schneider, and others. From different manufacturers, for example, Siemens, SEL, Alstom, ABB, GE, ZIB, and of course you have many others like Rays and Schneider, among others. And you have the substation automation system as software, which could be from a completely different manufacturer than the ones for the relays. Now, each component in this system speaks a certain language or a different language from the others. So how do I make sure we all speak the same language? And why do we want everyone to speak the same language? Because in the end, we all form a system, which is the substation automation system. So I have two very important things. The first thing is how these relays will communicate with the substation automation system software. That's one thing. The second thing is how to make these relays communicate with each other. Now, if the relays are communicating with the substation automation system, I have no problem. This is a valid concept. And when we talk about the substation automation system, you have a set of relays in the field that transmit a set of statuses, alarms, indications, and measurements, and they receive commands from the SAS. What is the matter of relays communicating with each other? Yes, of course, relays communicate with each other through something called goose messages. What does this mean? For example, in GIS, when you have a section with a group of feeders, the bus disconnectors in these feeders need, as part of their interlocking, the status of the bus bar switch. The bus bar switch is located in the bus section panel, so instead of running a wire to reach all the panels, if you have 10 panels, you would need 10 contacts from the bus bar switch to connect them to the 10 panels. If you used cabling and different contacts, it might not be available to you. Why wasn't a PCU used from PCU to PCU in the other feeder? Therefore, the relays were made to communicate with each other in the substation configuration description language. The idea behind it is its representation format or language according to IEC 61852, so that you can start making the entire system, the IEDs, able to communicate with each other and with the substation automation system. So, what are the different elements that I have in the station? For example, I have the IED capability description, which is the ICD file, the system specification description, which is the SSD, and the SCCD, which is the substation configuration description. Let's take a brief overview of these, let's take a look at that. A brief overview. The instantiated IED description and the IED. And I have the configured IED description, which is the CID file. And this is what we want to talk about.